Ooh, welcome guys to my channel. My name is Alexi, and I love this color. I gotta share it with you. The reason I love this neon orange color, which you will see a lot of, is because have you ever seen an old light bulb slowly being turned on by a dimmer? What color does it first start glowing? And then what color does it become? Well, it starts off with a nice orange, neon orange glow, and then eventually it becomes white. That's why I love this color. But that is my introduction. Welcome guys. My name is Alexi, and I want to introduce to you what this channel is going to be all about. And on here, I'm going to be sharing with you the biggest question I had to answer for myself. The question that all of us are going to have to answer. What should I do next with my life? That is the question that I'm going to be diving into next, and there's going to be a whole series of these videos. And once I'm done with what's next in my life, then I'm going to be going to parallel subjects. This topic is very, very important to me because every time I had to refigure out what should I do next with my life, it took me about 2 years to figure it all out again. And it was a really grueling, painful process. I would go, and there's a lot of great teachers on this subject, and every time I would go and research, things just would not make sense to me. There would be some good things I would learn, I'll start applying, and then like something is missing. And that's why recently, last couple of years, I started creating a map to make it easier for myself so I can understand how, should I ever have to again pick the next life direction for me, it'll be very, very easy to do. Simple. And it's easy because it's simple, but it's very difficult because, as they say, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. My whole life, since I can remembering, 16 years of age, I started working with young guys in our church to help them understand what is Christianity about, how do you share it with people. And then every time I had a job, I always found myself in the position of helping people understand the bigger picture. That's who I am. I have decided that I'm going to embrace this part of myself and start sharing with the world the things that I've learned and how I view these subjects. So over the past year, I have been putting this, let's call it a PDF together for myself so I can understand the subject easily just by looking at this map. And my gut just, especially the last couple months, just will not let me sleep. Sure, eventually I fall asleep, but it's like, hey, you should start sharing this with the world. You should start sharing this with the world. And you know what? Here I am, ready to start sharing the things that I've learned on how to answer this big question. How do you answer this big question of life? What should I do next? Well, how you answer this question it all depends on where you are in your life. And so I started studying this like my life depended on it. Well, it kind of did because after all, it was my life. I was making a decision, and you find yourself in the same place. That's what the series is about. It's going to be helping you see the way I see this topic, this subject, and since it helped me, it is my goal to be able to help others answer this question much faster so that you don't have to spend a decade of your life trying to figure out, how do I figure out what to put next in my life, or what should I do next with my life? Rather, you can answer that question sooner, and then you can put next couple extra years that you would be spending on that question into your craft, actually. Now, a word of advice / warning. I am not a professional, okay? If you need some real psychological help, I'm not your person. I'm just sharing the things I've learned and my perspective on this topic, on this big question. This came out of necessity for me. I needed to answer this question. Something inside me just wouldn't let me do whatever. Because of necessity, I documented the process, and now here I am going to be sharing it with the world finally, since my gut is not letting me sleep at night very well. This has definitely helped me out see much clearer, both my brain and my soul, to how to figure out what should I do next with my life. The beauty is this. Once you understand where you stand on the map that you'll be learning about here, you'll be able to get everything you need. Just wait for the series to all come out. Keep your eye out. Click that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you know where the next video is coming out in this series. Once you know how to answer this question, inevitably, you'll be able to pick your next goal and reach this elusive thing that we all want to reach, which is happiness. Once I tried to put together a 1,000-piece pure white puzzle. No, I never finished it up. Why? Well, not because it was difficult. That was not the reason. Actually, I found the trick that made it incredibly easy. I never bothered doing anything with it because I'm like, well, now it's easier than putting together a regular puzzle. Why do I share that? Because a simple insight made a world of a difference. What once seemed impossible or difficult or extremely challenging, all of a sudden became easy. And so that's why I'm sharing what I learned with you in my life in hopes to make yours a whole lot easier, especially with this one question. All of us just oftentimes feel like, what? Thank you for joining today, and here we are at the end. If you find yourself learning a thing or two in the coming videos, subscribe. Let your family, friends know so they can learn how to answer this question much sooner than later. High five that like button like you just won the lottery, and leave your comments and questions down below and I will do my best to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you, and until next time, peace. 4, 3, 2,